That's the top news right now and top headlines of the hour. Let's just focus and take a look at what the market is doing and further erosion on the market, because now we're around the 25,350 mark. The cut on the Nifty is 220 points on an intraday basis. So if you thought yesterday was a massive cut, well, you have a sad surprise for you in store today. Take a look at the Nifty, 0.8% lower, Sensex lower by 0.7%. The Nifty Bank is also lower by more than 0.5%. The advanced decline ratio, barely anything is in the green right now from the broader end of the market. You have about a very close to 1:7, 1:8 advanced decline ratio right now, and that is not looking good at all for the index right now. You have names like Eternal that's lower by about 4% ahead of its earnings tomorrow. Sun Pharma is lower by another 3.25%. Coal India, Interglobe Aviation, Adani Enterprises, Bajaj Finserv, Jio Financial, Bajaj Finance. So both of the Bajaj twins are under pressure, and so is most of the Nifty 50 names as well. It's a select handful names, about 5 or 6 odd names right now from the overall Nifty 50 pack that are in the green. That's led by Tata Consumer, Dr. Reddy's, HDFC Bank, HUL, Kotak, SBI and Bharti Airtel. ICICI Bank absolutely flat. But barring these 6 or 7 names, everything else from the Nifty 50 group of stocks is in the red. Taking a look at what's happening sectorally, well, no surprise over here that everything right now is trading in the red. You have FMCG that's seeing the least losses, but even the least cut is a 0.5% cut today. So you can imagine what's happening with Nifty Realty. Nifty Realty is the top sectoral loser, and a 4.5% cut on an intraday basis alone is something that we're seeing on Nifty Realty, led lower by Oberoi Realty, that's now lower by 9%. Prestige is lower by another 6%. Sobha, Lodha, Godrej Properties, Anantraj, DLF, all of them are seeing gains between 4 and 9%. So big cuts coming in on Nifty Realty today. Names from the auto pack are also not doing well today. The names like TVS Motor, Hero Moto, Uno Minda from the auto Ang space, Exide, Madison, all of them are seeing big cuts today, as is the case with some of the IT names today. LTI Mindtree, well, yes, results were mixed. PAT was impacted by that one-time labor cost. 590 crores was the impact on the PAT, due to which it was a miss. But LTI Mindtree is now lower by about 7% after brokerages are also not very bullish on the stock. Emphasis, Wipro, Tech Mahindra, OFSS earnings tomorrow. But yes, all of these stocks are lower, and that is what the market is looking like right now. I could name a lot of stocks that are seeing cuts of about 4%. That's Bank of Maharashtra for you. Central Bank 3% lower. The entire lot of PSU banks, barring SBI is on the flat line. Rather than that, everything else is in the red right now. Deep cuts coming in across the breadth of the market. Very quickly, just taking a look at what's happening in the broader end of the market right now. It's Nugent Software that's now lower by 11%. UPL on the news that its subsidiary Advanta is going to be filing for an IPO. 9.5% cut coming in on UPL as well. Data Patterns is lower by about 8%. Ola Electric, IFCI, Aditya Birla Real Estate 7% lower, and some pressure on ABFRL after that block deal in the morning as well. Very limited gaining names. Jindal Saw doing well, up 4%. Deepak Nitrite, Hindustan Zinc on the back of bullish brokerage notes. JK Cement, Sun TV, Coromandel, Tata Consumer, Godrej Industries. These are some of the stocks that are doing very well. 10% cut coming in on the Nifty today. Just today in the morning, we were talking about how crucial it's going to be to hold on to that 25,400 plus levels, and we've breached that. Even that, rather, on the downside, it's a 230-point cut on the Nifty. How are you seeing the markets right now?
Good afternoon, Snehi. So yeah, I think 25,500 was the level which we were discussing in the morning, because that's where we bounced off twice in the last, say, broadly 5 odd sessions, 1 week to be precise for the indices. And today we managed to break below the 25,500 mark. On intraday basis, we traded below those levels for the first half an hour, 1 hour. And when the markets got a whiff that maybe on the expiry we could be closing below the 25,500 levels, I think the pace of selling has just intensified in the last 1 hour, couple of hours for the markets. But this tells you that how weak the sentiment for the markets have been, because today it's not just 1 or 2 large cap names which could be considered to be the culprits in terms of taking the index down, but it's a slew of those large cap stocks into the Nifty 50 basket as such, which are contributing very small marginal downside points for the indices. So that, I believe, is a concern. The deteriorating market breadth, the advanced decline ratio almost to the tune of 500 to 2,500 on the NSE, that is close to 1:5 in the favor of declines. when you have such kind of a market internals, it's very, very difficult to anticipate any scope of recovery for the indices. So we can expect that the major support for the index has been broken, 25,500 mark for the Nifty on the spot levels, and I think we could be heading to the lower side of this fresh band for the index. Maybe 25,200 could be the first pitch stop, and then if that also gets taken out, then we are looking at a potential test of 25,000 mark as well for the Nifty.
Okay, so that's the reading on the Nifty. Pardon me, that's the